Hey y'all, what's up? Thank you for coming by. And this is Brooklyn Toffee, and I'm your girl T. All right, so I'm so glad to have y'all back again. I missed y'all. How was y'all weekend? I hope it was good. I hope everybody's staying safe, doing what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all eating and drinking and taking things that's boosting y'all immune system during this time, all right? But without further ado, let's get into the shits. All right, y'all liking my look tonight? I call myself putting together some little old gypsy look. But anyway, like I said, let's get into it. If you see me looking down a lot, it's because I'm looking at my notes, all right? Because I want to make sure I get everything right, and I want to get everything out to you guys, all right? And I want to stick to the what? The facts, all right? Because that's what this platform is about. We want to get out the facts, and then after I put out the facts, I will give you my opinion and final thoughts on everything, all right? That's how we rolling. All right, so let's get it started. All right, so first on our lineup is Miss Azriel Clary. All right, and for those of you who do not know who Azriel Clary is, she was one of R. Kelly's former living girlfriends. Okay, as you remember, her and Joycelyn Savage, who is still with R. Kelly's peoples, she hasn't necessarily gone home. All right. Remember when they got interviewed by Gayle King and all of that? Yeah. So anyway, Azriel Clary has recently been having these streets buzzing. All right. So she has a new YouTube channel, and she did a whole 16 to 17 minute video that had a lot of people like, okay, sis. So she started a YouTube channel. It's called Scoop on Azriel. And in this 16 to 17 minute video, sis dropped a lot of things, all right? So just to give you a little back history on who Azriel is, most of y'all, majority of y'all, like I said, know who she is. But just to give a little background information, all right? So Azriel Clary, as I stated, was one of the living girlfriends of R. Kelly. Her parents was featured on the first Lifetime documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. They were at the more towards the end of the documentary. Her parents is Angelo and Alice Clary. All right. If I remember, they were the ones that was throwing the little rocks at R. Kelly's studio when they went to the Chicago to try to get Azriel. Them. All right. So Azriel started messing with R. Kelly when she was 17. She's from Florida. Her parents took her to a R. Kelly concert to like lift her spirits. She had just got over a breakup and she tried to kill herself. And so they thought by, lifting her spirits and stuff like that, they take her to an R. Kelly concert. Once they did that, it was a wrap, and the rest is history. All right. So and say that she was messing with R. Kelly since the age of 17. So as everyone know, they are no longer with each other, okay? She left R. Kelly as of December of 2019, even though it is alleged that she was in contact with her father before she ended up leaving R. Kelly's penthouse at the Trump Towers. Now, word on the street is that the reason she left the Trump Tower, the penthouse in the Trump Tower, is because the money ran out. That's what the streets is saying. All right, I ain't saying it. The streets is saying that she left because that money was running out, and that her and Joycelyn was eventually going to be evicted because R. Kelly he didn't have the money to keep paying for that penthouse in the Trump Tower, you know, because them lawyer fees ain't no joke, okay? Especially the type of lawyers that he has on his team, okay? Remember when he first got arrested, he had somebody put up his bail. I think it was like $100,000 if I remember correctly, because he didn't even have that. All right, so a lot of people assume, you know, Azriel left because, you know, them coins wasn't there, boo. All right, so without moving on, as I digress, once she left, maybe like a few weeks later, she ended up going back to Chicago, and ended up, once she got back to Chicago and she was in the Trump Tower, she ended up getting into a fight with Joycelyn, because Joycelyn ended up arriving on the scene. Because the thing was, the reason why they both ended up going back to the Trump Tower at this point is because they needed to get their stuff out, because they was getting evicted. So in the process of getting their stuff, Joycelyn and Azriel ended up getting into a fight. Azriel ended up getting Joycelyn arrested on assault charges or what have you. All right, so it was just a whole lot of back and forth and a whole lot of drama. All right, so now with this YouTube channel and the series that Azriel is doing, she's titling it the last 5 years of her life with R. Kelly. So she recently dropped the intro video of this series, and in this intro video she is stating that nothing is off limits. She's gonna speak on everything, okay? She said if anybody want to ask her questions, just ask her and she will answer it. She's gonna give you the raw and uncut. She said ain't nobody safe, you heard? She said she's gonna tell you how R. Kelly really is in his lying and manipulating ways, and how far he will go just to prove to you that the lie he's telling is the truth, when it's really not the truth, it's a lie. You know, she kept saying he's very manipulative. She's gonna go into detail about other people, the other women that came in and out, the flings, security guards, assistants, and how the whole operation was ran, everything she's seen, all the secrets she was told. She's gonna spill it all, homegirl said, okay? And in this video, she also states that, you know, Aaliyah was not his first victim. She states, quote unquote, you know, R. Kelly has been doing this from the early 90s, okay, where he has been sleeping with minors, and Aaliyah was not the first one, allegedly, okay? I'm gonna say allegedly because I have to protect my channel, okay? So, but yeah, allegedly she's saying that Aaliyah was not the first victim of R. Kelly's, which she is correct, because if you guys remember on the second documentary of Survivor R. Kelly, The Reckoning, there is a young lady by the name of Tiffany Hawkins that was on that documentary that came out stating that she was the first one on record that we know of that came out and said that R. Kelly slept with her as a minor. Now, she's stating that she started having sexual relations with R. Kelly at the age of 15, and R. Kelly was 24, okay? This was around the time that he was first introduced to Aaliyah and started working on Aaliyah's debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, okay? Now, fast forward to 1996, Miss Tiffany Hawkins ended up spilling the beans and letting it be known that Robert had sexually assaulted her and had sexual relations with her since the age of 15. So she tried to go after him criminally, but no one believed her or took her seriously. You know, she stated in a documentary that R. Kelly, you know, had a lot of people on his payroll. So she couldn't, everybody kept telling her, you know, she's not gonna win this. She, nothing is gonna be done. She ended up getting an attorney. The attorney even told her that, and told her that she might as well go after him civilly, which she ended up doing, and sued him civilly for sexually assaulting her as a minor. And both parties ended up settling out of court in 1997, and the settlement was for $250,000. Okay, so that's just to give you a little history on everything that has already happened. All right. Also, Azriel did state in this video, when she did the video and she put the video up, she was flashing different people in the video that she's gonna, expose while she's also telling her truth, so to speak. And one of the girlfriends that came up was Sarah from Shahs of Sunset. Now, Shahs of Sunset is a show on Bravo. I don't know if a lot of y'all are familiar with Shahs of Sunset, but I'm going to put it right here, okay? And Sarah's picture, all right? So Sarah ended up dating R. Kelly for a total of 3 years. Now, Sarah went on record before stating that she never seen anything out of the ordinary while dating R. Kelly. She never seen him have sex with a minor. She didn't have sex with a minor with him, because that was another thing, word on the street is that R. Kelly, if he do be with a woman that's not a minor, he makes that woman, that female, have sex with a minor, so that way he has something over you, so that way you don't end up telling on him or thinking that you're gonna blackmail him because he got dirt on you. And it said that R. Kelly has done that to everybody that works for him, that he comes in contact with. If he's dating you, he's gonna make you do something that is embarrassing, so that way you can't say nothing about him. You're going to think twice. But nevertheless, Sarah says she's never seen anything of the sorts. So my thing is, I guess he ain't piss on her, and he ain't make her eat her poop, because that was another thing, and this came out of Azriel's mouth, that R. Kelly made her eat her own poop. Excuse me? Excuse me? Eat what? Ain't nobody finna eat their own poop. You got me all the way fucked up. So I just don't get it. And she's not the only one that came out and state that. If y'all remember Dominique from the first documentary, her and her mother, it was alleged that R. Kelly had also made Dominique eat her poop. Okay? So I don't know what is wrong with these girls and willing to eat their own poop for this man. All right, ain't that goddamn much money in the world, and ain't that much love in the world, where ain't nobody gonna be making me eat my own poop. I will leave you where the hell you stand. You got me effed up. No, how about you try it? You try it and you let me know how that work out for you. That's how that's gonna go. But I'm going to go ahead and drop this clip right now so you can see for yourself what Miss Azriel had to say on this intro video. So check this out, and I'm going to come back.
Okay, guys, so I have been, for those of you who don't know, yes, I have been in therapy. And a big part of healing is being able to talk. So Okay. So a big part of being able to heal is talking, okay? And so I am going to tell you guys everything that I have experienced, everything that I have seen, everything that I have endured during these last 5 years. Now, my purpose to tell you guys this is not to boast, it's not to degrade, it's not to make anybody look bad or tell someone else's secrets or whatever. But it is just for me to be able to heal, for me to be able to move on past this. This is personally how I choose to heal. Some people choose to write, some people choose to dance, some people choose to sing, and I do all of those things to heal. But it's different being able to be vocal, you know. I'm a person that likes to suppress my feelings a lot, so I do suppress a lot of what I feel. I hide it and tuck it, and just try to avoid it, and suppressing is not a good coping mechanism, which I have learned. I am super excited to just heal and to grow as a young woman. Once I do this, I kid you not, I will be done with this forever. My goal is to not make money off of someone's name. So, with that being said, you guys can feel free to ask me whatever you want in the comments section. You can ask me anything you want. And as the story unfolds, those answers... your answers. So you guys can comment and ask me whatever it is that you guys want. Nothing is off limits. And as I tell the story, your questions will be answered in the midst of it. Me personally, I just would like to clear up a lot of stuff. There is a lot of lies out there. There is a lot of people like Tasha K and bloggers that are just, they have a portion of the truth and now they're just plugging in anything to fill in the holes and the gaps. And no offense to any other YouTuber out there, I support how you have to get your coin, whatever, bada boom, bada bing, but you cannot poke holes and fill in your theory for my story when you have not witnessed it, when you have not been there. You were not there at all. You have no idea what I've endured. So you can't play detective if you're not a fucking detective, point blank period. You're not a detective and you don't know my life better than me. So I'm so tired of people just assuming and taking one part of the truth and making it into something completely different. As you can see, I'm 22, like, a bitch got bags. I don't need bags at 22. Like, what the hell? Like, what the heck is going on? Like, I want you guys to grab your popcorn, grab your tea, grab your wine, grab your daiquiri, grab your chips, grab whatever it is that you need to grab and get comfortable, because this could be anywhere from 5 YouTube videos to 100 YouTube videos. It just depends on how long it takes. But in my 5 years of being with him, I will talk about everything that has happened in those 5 years. I will talk about everybody, to manipulation, to our everyday routine, to our lives, to our houses, to the studio, to everything. I will tell you guys everything. I will tell you guys how he thought and how he maneuvered. I will tell you guys how he was manipulative, and you guys will start to see it on your own as I tell the story, the depths of lies and the depth that he would go to make a lie believable. And as I said, I'm not...
All right, so now that you have seen that clip, you know, you guys tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. You know, that's if you care. And again, her YouTube channel is called Scoop of Azriel. I'm going to put it right here so you guys can see it. So that is the latest what's going on with Azriel. So I'm going to keep my eye on this story as it unfolds. Like I said, I'm going to be watching to see what kind of tea she dropping and what secrets she's telling and all of this. And I will definitely keep you guys updated on this as it unfolds. All right. So moving on to our main topic, which is Russel Simmons and the Russel Simmons documentary that is supposed to be airing on HBO Max as of May 27th of 2020. Now, HBO Max has just recently dropped the trailer for this documentary. All right, and I'm gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. I watched the trailer and I don't know why I just thought the documentary was gonna go in another way, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the clip of the trailer right now, so you guys go ahead and check this out, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
This is the demo for Junior Mafia. I think actually Biggie gave me this. At the time, Biggie lived around the corner. He was trying to be a rapper. I was trying to be a rap A&R person. We were all trying to be something.
Drew was a young, powerful something who cared so much about this music.
And so when Def Jam called me, it was like, Russel Simmons wants to offer you this job as the director of A&R at Def Jam. I could not have scripted it better.
That's one of the beautiful things about the music industry. There was a lot of mobility for women, but at the same time, there was tremendous amount of sexual harassment.
You didn't get a lot of sympathy for that. That was considered the price of admission.
I didn't tell that many people about what happened with Russell. He just grabbed me. He just grabbed me. And I'm saying no. I was reduced to nothing in that moment. Nothing about anything that makes me who I am mattered.
I had asked her, do you want to go to the police? She was like, no one's going to take me seriously. Who's going to believe me?
If white women are not believed, what do you think is happening to Black women in America when we come forward with stories about sexual violence?
I don't have a stitch of violence in me. I would never hurt anybody.
You're worried as a Black woman that you'll say something that will have consequences that you hadn't anticipated.
He's the king of hip-hop. The Black community will hate my guts. I didn't want to let the culture down. I love the culture.
It's a terrible burden to bear, to know that you might still be judged as somehow being a traitor.
The New York Times called me and said there were other women, but they won't go on the record unless I go on the record. But I'm terrified of the backlash.
We need to be able to make sure that a broader group of women are introduced into the public consciousness.
This is so emblematic of what happens to women routinely. It's a loss for all of us. It really, really is.
I've been alone for 22 years. I thought it was just me.
To go through the assault and then the coming forward.
Everybody was taught things happen, you just didn't talk about it. And so I just always put on this front.
Every woman's story deserves to be heard.
I've been a victim for 22 years. I'm tired of being a victim.
All right, so now that you've seen that clip of the trailer, all right, that is of the documentary called On the Record. Now there's 3 main women that is going to be featured in this documentary telling their stories, all right? So now the 3 main women, the first, her name, and oh God, I don't want to butcher this woman's name, but her name is Azriel Abrams. Please forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, sweetheart. I'm going to refer to her as Miss Abrams from here on out, okay? So Miss Abrams is 49 years old. She's originally from Maui, Hawaii, okay? She is a domestic violence activist, okay? And she's also, a National Association of Black Journalists award-winning writer and author. Okay, so homegirl is pretty accomplished. All right, that's a big deal. Now, Miss Abrams also accused AJ Calloway of 106 in Park. Y'all remember AJ from AJ and Free from 106 in Park? And then he moved on to host the show Extra Extra, that show. All right, so Abrams had accused AJ back in the day of sexually assaulting her. And when I say back in the day, I mean back in 2006. All right. Now, nothing really came about of that. I remember back then, AJ was quoted as saying that the allegations against him is not true and that Miss Abrams' accusations is frivolous and that he was going to fight it harshly with his lawyers. Okay. Now, like I said, nothing came about of that. You never heard about that story again. All right. And Miss Abrams says that back in 1994, Russel Simmons, that's when Russel Simmons had allegedly raped her. Okay. She stated that Russel Simmons raped her back in 1994. And again, AJ of 106 in Park sexually assaulted her back in 2006. Both attacks took place here in New York City. All right. So that's the first female that's featured on the documentary. All right. Now, the second female that is featured in the documentary, her name is Sherry Cher Hines, and she's about 54, 55. She's an American hip-hop pioneer, best known as being a founding member of the first female hip-hop group called Mercedes Ladies, okay, which formed in the late 1970s, about maybe 1976-ish. All right, that's when they're formed. Miss Sherry Hines is originally from the Bronx here in New York City. She is also a author. In 2008, she authored the first female hip-hop novel to be published, titled Mercedes Ladies. Okay, Sherry Hines says Simmons raped her in his New York office around 1983. All right. She's been quoted as saying she is appalled that Russel Simmons is calling all of these women liars, including her. She states she's not trying to bash him, but however, he did do what he did, and what he did is now going to come to light. All right, quote unquote. This is what she said. And then the third female that's featured in this documentary, which she is the headliner, the main focus of this documentary on the record, is Miss Drew Dixon. Okay, now Drew Dixon is a former record producer and A&R. All right, Drew Dixon started at Def Jam, where Russel Simmons, of course, was her boss because he is the co-founder of Def Jam. All right, Drew Dixon rose quickly at Def Jam with million-dollar ideas, such as putting Method Man and Mary J. Blige's Grammy-winning "I'll Be There For You, You're All I Need to Get By." This was the first of many of her million-dollar ideas, which I had no idea she was responsible for that video, and Mary and Method getting together, collaborating, and doing that song. I love that song. You're all I need to get by. Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you need me. For real, girl, it's me and your world. Believe me, nothing make a brother feel better than a woman. Queen that be down for whatever. Yo, that was my song, y'all. Y'all know what that, man. Anywho. All right, so Miss Drew Dixon, you know, she did her thing at Def Jam. She ended up leaving Def Jam and going over to Arista with Clive Davis. Her and Clive Davis both produced 2 Grammy Award winning albums. Shortly after that, Clive Davis ended up leaving Arista and retiring, which then it turned into Epic Records, in which L.A. Reid had took over and he was the boss at Epic Records, and so therefore Drew Dixon was under L.A. Reid. Now, Drew Dixon has gone on the record stating that it was very awkward and uncomfortable working underneath L.A. Reid or with L.A. Reid because she's seen the same characteristics in him that she's seen in Russel Simmons. He also made sexual advances at her, and she flat out turned him down because she did not want to go through the same thing that she went through with Russel Simmons along with L.A. Reid. All right, so she said because she did not give in to L.A. Reid started like treating her wrong, and you know, blacklisting her from board meetings, and you know, she ended up stating that he took 2 artists from her and she was not able to sign these 2 artists that she had quote unquote discovered, which was Kanye West and John Legend, which I had no idea she was responsible for bringing them to the table. And so L.A. Reid cut her out of that deal to be spiteful, because you know, she didn't give in to his sexual advances, which is just dead ass wrong. Now, this is all according to her, and this is all allegedly, all right? I wasn't there. But this is according to Miss Drew Dixon that this had happened, all right? And as we all know, back in 2017, L.A. Reid ended up having to leave Epic Records due to a former employee at the time accused him of sexually assaulting her. All right. Then in 2018, L.A. Reid was asked how did he feel about the accusations that Drew Dixon had brung against him, and L.A. Reid was quoted. Hold on, I'm gonna give you his quote. His quote was, "I apologize." Hold on, he said, "I apologize if I ever did or said anything that was misinterpreted or somehow created uncomfortable workplace environment. I apologize tremendously." I felt like that was a soppy ass apology, but who am I? All right. Now, Miss Dixon, she is also 49 years old, and in 1992 she was a student at Stanford University, but she ended up leaving Stanford University also in 1992 to join the hip hop industry slash culture. Okay, her mother was also the mayor of Washington D.C. between 1991 and 1995. Her mother is Miss Sharon Pratt. All right, so homegirl got some connections. All right, now On the Record is the 4th documentary released since the Me Too era that highlights allegations of sexual abuse against men in power, such as Leaving Neverland, Untouchable, and the Surviving R. Kelly series. This is the 3rd film directed by Kirby Dick and Amy Zering. The film premiered at Sundance on January 25th of 2020, the day after my birthday, which is January 24th. Just thought I'd put that little tidbit out there, little fun fact about me, okay, in case y'all did not know. But yeah, that's that on that. And again, this documentary about Russel Simmons called On the Record will be premiering next month on May 27th, and you can catch this on HBO Max. Okay, you can stream it on the app, or if you have cable, you can also watch it on cable. But somebody will probably put it up on YouTube as well. All right, so that's that on that. Basically, my final thoughts on all of this, from Azriel to the whole Russel Simmons documentary. Listen, with Azriel, as she stated, she's in therapy, and I'm so glad that she's in therapy. And if she feels like this is going to be therapeutic for her, then by all means, baby girl, do you. You know what I'm saying? If this is what's going to help her to get over it. She did state that, you know, once she gets all of this out and she does this YouTube series, you know, she's never going to talk about it again. Now, she states, you know, she don't know if it's going to be 5 videos or 100 videos. She's just gonna keep going until she has told every little intricate detail and she has told her story the way she wants to tell her story. All right, so hey, it is what it is, you know. But she did say her main reason is that she's just tired of, you know, YouTubers, bloggers, and the media, you know, only sometimes telling half truths or don't even tell the truth at all. But she said, you know, a lot of YouTubers only tell part of the truth and then fill the rest of the holes up with false information to make the story more juicy. All right, so I really can't judge Azriel because we don't know what that girl been through. She was with R. Kelly since the age of 17. And God knows what she had to endure. You know, all the brainwashing and manipulation that she has gone through. So, if this is what's going to heal her, do it. You know what I mean? And as far as this Russel Simmons documentary, you know, here's the thing. I'm not gonna victim shame anybody, and I do feel like, you know, hey, tell your truth. If that's what happened, you know, and you need to get it out, tell your truth. But my thing is, how come, you know, they're not doing Charlie Sheen like that? Where's the documentary on Charlie Sheen? Now, I know they did do a little something on Harvey Weinstein. You know, I think it was either on 60 Minutes or 2020 where they did, you know, like a short little documentary on Harvey Weinstein detailing all the drama. But that's only because everybody was pressuring the media to do that, you know. And Oprah got a lot of backlash when she did the documentary. The interview pertaining to Michael Jackson for Leaving Neverland. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Make sure you do it for all of these men, not just the Russel Simmons of the world and the R. Kellys of the world and the Bill Cosbys of the world. Make sure you do everybody across the board. Harvey Weinstein, Charlie Sheen, and a lot of other people. Okay? Now, I'm not saying what R. Kelly did is right, but how come nobody is saying anything about when Woody Allen, is it Woody Allen? No, not Woody Allen, but y'all remember that director who was dating his stepdaughter and she was underage? And then look at Elvis. You know, Elvis was dating Priscilla. He was a grown-ass man and Priscilla was only a teenager. I think Priscilla was only like 15 or 16 years old. Ain't nobody say nothing about that. I don't see no documentaries on Elvis. You know, so I feel like there's a lot of biasness going on. All right? And all this coming about in this Me Too movement, you know, where women are coming forward 20, 30 years later. Like I said, to each his own. I mean, hey, I get you want to tell your story, but 20, 30 years later, sis. But nevertheless, it is what it is. And before I go, I just want to give a quick, excuse me, child. I just want to give a quick shout out to Neek at Night for putting me on her channel and giving me the opportunity to state what my channel is, to get my platform out there, and to have my platform be shouted out on her platform. She has a huge platform, so that was truly a gift. Okay, I was so thankful by that. So thank you again at Neek, and y'all make sure y'all check Neek at Night out. The girl got a good YouTube channel. She come through with the information and the facts. She does great interviews. So y'all make sure y'all head on over and check Neek at Night out. I'm gonna leave her YouTube channel right here so you can see. Check her out. She's really good. She has a lot of good stories on her channel. All right, so I'm just shouting her out like she shouted me out on her YouTube channel and gave me a chance to put my platform out there. So again, Neek, thank you. And if anybody's watching that's also a subscriber of Neek, make sure y'all send this clip to her and let her know that I shouted her out, okay? And I thank her for that opportunity on her platform. All right, so I'm done. Enough of rambling. I'm sleepy. I'm going to go to bed. It is really late. I'm up doing this video for y'all, but I love it. And I wanted to give y'all something, you know, in between until the next video. All right, so y'all take care. All my social media handles is down here at the bottom. Brooklyn Toffee on everything. Make sure y'all stop by the Facebook page and the Instagram page. That's where I post a lot of stories at too that may not necessarily make it in the videos. All right, so make sure y'all definitely go and subscribe on the Facebook and the Instagram, okay? Where we can have a lot more conversation on those pages, all right? So once again, I'm your girl T, and thank you for tuning in to Brooklyn Toffee. I'm out.